A couple of days ago, I was scrolling through Instagram and this reel about this girl came up. And it was just pictures of her, and she is like a 16, 15-year-old girl with this ominous, scary music. It had like over 100,000 likes. So I went into the comments to see who she was, and the comments were all horrible. All the comments were people wishing her horrible things. I could not believe it. And one of the comments, one of the most liked comments, was doxing her. Like posting her full name, her address, her personal data, her credit card number, everything. Like all her information was in a comment, and it had a ton of likes. So I kept scrolling to see like, who is she? Like, what did she do to get so many people to hate her so bad? And that's when I learned what she did to a little puppy. Hi, my name is Natalie, and I cover cases from Latin America ranging from true crime, urban legends, cryptids, internet mysteries, rabbit holes, and more. Like and comment for support, and enjoy the video. So the name of this girl is Vanessa, and she's from Mexico, from the state of Puebla, and a very small city called Huachinango. She is this high school student, and she adopted a puppy, a little puppy. On June 15th of this year, 2023, she was messaging with her friend, and she shared a couple pictures. And when the friend opened the pictures, they were frozen. They couldn't believe what they were seeing. It was Vanessa posing in front of the puppy, but the puppy was dead. And you could see signs, clear signs of violence, blood. Vanessa started bragging that she had tortured and killed the puppy. And she not only shared those pictures with her friend, she also posted some of them to her Facebook and to her Instagram. And she was bragging about how much she had enjoyed it, how much she liked it, and just cute stickers on the pictures. Like, she was loving it. Proudly. She was proudly sharing it everywhere. And right after she shares those pictures, and she did it through this messaging app called WhatsApp. It's very, very popular in Mexico. I would say that it's like the #1 messaging app in Mexico. And we actually have the conversation that she had with her friend. And her friend responded, "Are you kidding, Vanessa? Why did you do that to the dog? Why did you ask for it if you did not want it? I could have kept it." And Vanessa responded, "Can I confess something? I only wanted it for that." "Why did you do it?" "Because I wanted to. My main objective was to kill a cat, but it was harder, and this opportunity came up, and I said, oh well." "You're sick, dude. I know. Why do you think I go to therapy? Because my parents sent me there. I'm going to tell on you. You're an idiot. I have proof. Honestly, I thought we were friends, for real. A friend doesn't kill an innocent puppy. But you only want to hurt me like everyone else. You are selfish." So right after Vanessa has the brilliant idea of sharing this horrible crime on all of her social media, the comments started to blow up. Everyone had found her pictures. Everybody was filling every picture of hers, like in the comments, with hate. People were wishing her for the worst. And almost immediately she was doxxed. Her whole information was posted everywhere. Her address, where to find her, her mom, her whole family was being doxxed. And this was the same day that she posted everything, and she was already trending on Twitter, and people were sharing her personal information, her pictures. People started like downloading, like saving all of the pictures she had on Instagram and Facebook and posting them everywhere along with her information. And so the next day, on June 16th, she didn't go to school. But all of the students of her high school walked out of the school and protested. And they taped posters all around the high school asking for justice for the puppy and requesting the school to expel her immediately and the police to arrest her for animal abuse. The students redacted this official document, right? Super official, super professional, that was addressing the authorities at the high school and at the local government. And it is because that high school that she went to was like a public school. So the government was the one handling the school directly. So that's why the students were asking the government directly and the authorities in the school. And in this document, they told the story. And the students decided to name the dog Huellitas. I don't know if the puppy had that name before he was adopted, or if Vanessa didn't even bother to give it a name and the students decided to call it something that wasn't just the puppy, right? So Huellitas is this very usual name that people give to like tiny little puppies. It's like a very like sweet name, and it basically means small or tiny paw prints, right? Because the puppy is small, so its paws are very small and it's gonna leave very small paw prints, right? So in the document, they explained that Huellitas, the puppy, was a street dog that would usually visit the school and hang around the cafeteria. And the students and the people at the school would feed it and, you know, take care of it. Until Vanessa decided to adopt it, to take it to her house, only to torture it and kill it. And the students urged the authorities to immediately, number one, expel her from the school. Number two, right, they requested a public apology from her parents and from her. A public apology from the principal and the sub-principal of the high school. They asked for reinforcement and more support to teachers in the area of civil duty, ecology, and social studies. And they demanded the authorities to start an investigation on her. So in many posts that started like spreading like wildfire, there was this account that claimed to be her mother. And this person would keep asking people to stop canceling her daughter, that it was not true, that the poor girl was traumatized and that's why she couldn't even go to school and she was hiding. But by June 18, people realized that her and her family had run away. At this point, like I said, not only she was doxxed, but her whole family was doxxed as well. And people found out that her stepfather was the sub-principal at that high school. So people were very angry, thinking that because he was working in the school, that he was gonna find a way to help her daughter avoid going to jail or paying for her crimes, right? So people were really angry, and they were also doxing him, sharing pictures and all of his information. You know how the internet works incredibly fast sometimes. It's scary. And rumors started spreading. And people were claiming that they had seen her in this other city, in this other state, across the country. People were sharing addresses left and right, like she's staying in this hotel, and they even with a red circle mark exactly which room she's in. People are claiming that she's staying in this apartment. People are claiming that she's staying with this relative that lives in this other state. Rumors are spreading left and right. No one knows where she is. No one has seen her, at least not being able to take a picture of her. Her social media accounts are shut down, are closed. I don't think that they were closed because of the content that she posted, but because she closed them. And right after that, a ton of fake accounts of her, of Vanessa, start showing up everywhere. People are just trying to get their 5 minutes of fame pretending to be her. And with it, a lot of accounts of people who support her. They agree with her. You know how people are, what the extremes they take to get a tiny bit of attention. And these accounts are posting everywhere, trying to defend her. Some of them are taking this opportunity to post videos of their own, you know, abusing animals. Like, it goes crazy. And if you notice, like, this happened in June, so not long ago. And it was getting crazy. So from the many accounts that were fake, people found one account that seemed more legit, like it could be her. And this account was posting messages of her like considering unaliving herself, of, you know, setting up like a timer when she was gonna go live to explain her side of the story. And this account was also promoting a Telegram group that anyone could join, where she was gonna be also sharing her story, sharing what really happened. And every time these lives happened, they would only last seconds. You could see nothing, like it was darkness, and hear nothing. And in the Telegram group, every time that it was supposedly gonna show evidence or show herself, it was nothing. And in that group, the person who was running it, because I also think that it wasn't her, shared screenshots of she having this supposedly conversation with her mother and claiming that her mother had been the one who forced her to do that to Huellitas, to the puppy, and that she was tired of the whole world hating on her and that she wanted to tell the truth because it was not her. Like, she did it, but because her mother forced her. No one believed that. And eventually people started losing interest in that Telegram because it was not her. Like, obviously it had passed so much time and she had shown nothing. That account started sharing pictures of a cat, and in the Instagram account they were sharing like stories about, oh, what am I gonna do to this cat, and pictures of dogs that they had adopted and that they were gonna kill next and torture. People realized very soon that this account was stealing pictures of real dogs and puppies that were up for adoption in other parts of Mexico, and they were just claiming that they had them and that they were gonna hurt them. Again, just trying to get their fame, just trying to become parasites in this horrible story. So at this moment, no one really thinks there is a legit account from her. No one has seen her, and she has not made any contact, not even with the media, with the press, nothing. It is silence, except for these fake accounts. There are so many. So in Mexico, animal abuse is a felony with a punishment of between 6 months and 4 years of jail and between 100 and 500 days of community service. And in 2020, an update to the current law against animal abuse was proposed to the Chamber of Deputies, which is basically like the Congress or the Parliament in Mexico. And it stated that according to a study, Mexico sadly was in 3rd place globally in animal abuse. And it also mentioned that there is a study made in the United States by the Human Society Organization that of 2 million people who made a police report because they were attacked by their romantic partner, 71% of those over 2 million people, 71% had also filed reports of animal abuse. So this shows a direct connection between animal abuse and other kinds of abuse. And I think it's not news. I don't think this is someone that no one has ever heard of, no one has ever connected the dots. We all know that a lot of people begin hurting animals because it's easy. They can do it, they can hide it. Even a kid can torture and kill an animal without much effort. And then these people start to escalate. So when someone commits animal abuse, it should be taken incredibly serious, especially when you are underage, because this is the beginning. If you are capable of doing it when you are underage, you're supposed to not be evil, to not be corrupted by the world yet. And you are doing things like this, it should be taken incredibly serious. Like, the government, the authorities should immediately take this as a big deal, because this is incredibly telling of what is going on inside. The proposal wanted to add more instances and articles to extend the definition of abuse and properly punish the people found guilty. So it wanted to expand what counts as abuse, what counts as being cruel to an animal. So how do you think Vanessa should be trialed? On June 22nd, so literally like 7 days, a week after this hell broke loose, the state government of Puebla made a statement explaining that because she was a minor, she was not going to be detained and that she was going to get psychological help. She was not going to go to jail or like a juvenile correctional, whatever those are called. She was not even going to go to trial. She was just gonna stay as a free person and just get psychological help. I mean, obviously she needs the help, the psychological help, but that's not enough. And I feel like the reason why this witch hunt for her got so crazy is because Mexico has lately, in this year, had a few cases of horrific animal abuse, caught on camera and everything, and people are really sensitive. I feel like sometimes people react more passionate about animal abuse than to human suffering. But anyway, this is the story, and that's where it ended. She's just gonna be a free person and just get psychological help, and we just have to hope that the law gets better at protecting everyone, even those who have no voice. And if you dare to go out there and hurt an animal, just know that everybody's gonna join hands to hunt you, just how they did Vanessa. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye!